Hi, I'm Glenn Allen from The Change Response, and this is an introductory video to our series on a new way to implement change at work. Whether you are the person planning and sponsoring change, or the person being asked to change the way you do what you do, you'll find that these videos and our tool, the reaction reflector, help you gain control of your reactions to change and find unimagined personal benefits in the changes you make, or the ones you're asked to make. Change equals growth, and without change, we wouldn't be the magnificent beings that we are today. For this reason, it's important to get change right every time we experience it. There are two best ways to engage with these helpful videos. First, we encourage you to click the link to the reaction reflector assessment in the description below this video. If you don't see it, just click on the triangle in the upper left-hand corner of your screen and the description section will magically open. Take the assessment, then return here to begin your learning journey. The other best way to engage is to share your thoughts, comments, and questions in the comment section below the description. We'll answer each and every comment directly, and your comments will help us fine-tune subsequent videos. To make sure you're notified when those other videos come out, hit the subscribe button below, then click on the bell icon and select all to be notified when the next video is dropped. So who is this video series for? Well, it's for anyone who's ever experienced change at work, and that can include those who sponsor change, those who act as change agents, and those who are asked to change their work or the way they do it. These videos will give you a fresh and relaxed perspective on change. Imagine that, being relaxed and open during change. You can do it, and we can help you get there. For sponsors and change agents. If you're a sponsor of change, you've come a long way, possibly even moving your entire family to capitalize on an exciting new job opportunity. You've been hired for your track record of success. Prior to your interview, you of course did your due diligence on the organization, and you bring a depth of experience in exactly what it needs at this time. You are very confident in your abilities and those of the team you're bringing on board. Only one thing worries you. One nagging question remains. Why do so many C-suite executives and senior leaders come in because of their vision for change and then find themselves and their families back on the road again, spit out by the very organizations that were so eager to lure them away from their previous positions? In this video, we'll introduce you to the two simple reasons why C-suite and other senior leadership positions can be like revolving doors. In the rest of this series, we'll give you the 4 keys you can use to open that other door, the door that opens into as much success and longevity as you want to have in your current or future job or organization. If you consult to organizations undergoing change, this video and series will help you better understand how to support these sponsors of change. For those expected to change, you will find this video series interesting if you're being asked to make a change at work. It will help you better understand how and why you are reacting as you are to the change, as well as concrete steps you can take to adapt to it, and much more to even benefit from it. This series of videos can also help you think through how you react to a variety of changes in your life and what you can do to get the best personal benefit you can from them. The dialectic. We have to start with a word that represents a concept. The word is the dialectic or dialectical. Think of a debate for a moment. What's the goal for a debate? The goal for a debate is for one person to defeat the opinions of another. When change is thought of as a debate, the goal of the change is to defeat the opinions of those who are not in favor of the change. In the debate between those sponsoring the change and those asked to make it, those who are not in favor are said to be resisting when they voice their concerns. Entire change programs are designed to minimize resistance before it even starts. One way that this is done is to give people a chance to offer suggestions about how to implement a change that's already been decided upon. People can see through that. Some changes, however, are too important and big to collect suggestions and get employee compliance. In some cases, we need everyone's focus and energy. We need their deep commitment, even when they could be committed to doing something else. When seen as a dialectic instead of a debate, there's no resistance to be overcome. There's only the change and any reactions people might have toward it. In the dialectic, every action has an equal and opposing reaction. Every thesis has an antithesis. These two things are expected, and they don't need to be overcome. They can coexist or even come together into the synthesis of something new. So, instead of having a change that we have to get people to make, we have a change that we know not everyone's going to love. So in the dialectic, we discuss. We're not debating, we're not trying to persuade, we're listening, and we're willing to adapt the change in ways it can be adapted if that's what people want. If we're being asked to change, we don't have to hide our reactions. We can come to understand where they come from. Take a pause and mindfully determine if we want the way we respond to change to be driven by the way we react to it. The dialectic is about accepting paradoxes. On the one hand, we can accept that we need to change something and that people concerned about the change have the right to be heard and understood. We can even change the change while keeping our eyes on the prize of the outcome. On the one hand, we can be confused about or frightened by a change while simultaneously engaging with it and discovering that it in some way actually benefits us personally. Leaders can and should engage in discussions with people before, during, and after change to hear the antithesis of change, those things people want to make sure don't change or the ways in which they want changes to be implemented. There's something else leaders can do as well, and that's what this series of videos will be about. Leaders can and should help people at work explore their reactions to change and better understand where those reactions come from and what they can do about their reactivity without trying to eradicate those reactions. Reactions have certain patterns, and the dialectic requires us to understand these patterns instead of trying to stop them. Two sides of our minds are lit up during change. There's the emotional side of our mind, our feelings and reactions, and there's the rational side of our mind telling us things like, I'd better do this because I need this job. As a leader, is that how you want your employees reacting to change, by saying, I better do this because I need this job? No. You want a part of that emotional mind pointed in the direction of change. But how do we liberate that emotional mind so it can point in the direction of change if it reacts immediately and negatively toward the changes we need to implement? I have 6 answers for you, with the first being you don't. You can't. All you can do is set up the conditions within which the synthesis between the change and their reaction to it takes place. The rest is up to them. The other 5 answers make up the rest of the series and explain how you pull off that miracle. Our tool, the reaction reflector, helps people at work develop wisdom about the changes they face at work. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the dialectic, the synthesis between the emotional mind and the rational mind. An employee with a wise mind knows that they need their job, and they've found a way to harness their emotions to pull them in the direction of the change. The reaction reflector helps people at work better understand the sources of their reactions to a change, and it gives them the tools they can use to get to a place of wisdom about change, a place where their emotions are driven by their ability to peer through the reactivity and perceive personal benefit in the change, and by the rational sense of staying engaged with their employer. As an employee, will help you take more direct control over your own reactivity toward change and give you the tools you can use to find your best personal benefit from it. For everyone, Your use of the reaction reflector can also help you better understand how and why you react as you do to other changes in your life, even changes outside of the workplace. And the very same tools it offers to help you with change at work can help you with many of life's other constant changes. In the next video, we'll describe our research on the reaction to change, explain each of the 4 reactions and one potent driver for creating a positive disposition toward change. In subsequent videos, we'll go into each of the 4 reactions to change in greater detail, and for each, show how the presence or absence of the potent driver tilts a reaction toward a response, a synthesis that either pulls people toward change or maybe, in its absence, pushes them away from it. These initial videos give you a basic understanding of the reaction reflector, and our hope is that your use of the tool and your viewing of these videos motivates specific comments and questions you'll share in the comment section below. We'll address every comment or question either in the comment section or with videos that go into greater depth. In the meantime, if you'd like to get a jump on things, go to the reaction reflector link that's in the description below and take the reaction reflector. When you do so, use a single change, not what you think is the way you always react to change. In other words, I can think I always react in a certain way, so I'll answer the questions like I think I always react. Instead, what we want you to do is be thinking about a specific change and how you react to that change. For reasons we'll get into later, we don't subscribe to a trait or personality-specific type of reaction to change that's constant across all of the changes we experience. While some people might be somewhat more likely to hesitate in the face of change, we believe that that potent motivator is stronger than what we might see as fixed traits or characteristics. Put differently, while I might tend to be a late adopter of change, if the potent motivator is present for me, my behavior will look exactly like that of an early adopter, even though in other changes I might adopt late or not at all. We'll have much more time to discuss these distinctions later. For now, try the reaction reflector, keeping in mind a single change that you're facing now, that you faced in the past, or that you anticipate facing in the future. Also, again, focus on workplace changes. Although our research will soon include the testing of questions related to non-workplace issues, the assessment is reliable only for workplace change. We urge you to be fully honest with yourself as you answer each question. Your results will be held in strict confidence. We do hope, however, that you will use the comment section to discuss your results, how accurate they feel, and the extent to which the suggestions offered uniquely for you might be likely to pull you in the direction of change. We'll respond continuously to comments. You can anticipate a new video from us every 1 to 2 weeks, so be sure to click subscribe and then hit the notifications bell and click all to be notified each time a new video drops. Lastly, please be sure to hit the like button if you like what we're talking about here. Or, if you don't like it, we encourage you, as does the great YouTube teacher Gerald Undone, to hit the like button twice. Again, I'm Glenn Allen of the Change Response, signing off for now, and looking forward to interacting with you in the comments section. See you soon with a new video.